need you to react anymore.
Even the reaction seems worthless.
It does. But hi guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to another episode of We Perceive As We Are. Welcome back to another late night sister talk, as I could say. It is currently 2:10 a.m.
2:10.
Huh?
2:10.
Not 2:10.
2:10.
See, exactly. Look at the time. Even my thoughts are ricocheted, right? But it is 10 past 2, Saturday, 25th February. And
yeah, we are going to be talking about self, maybe go into some family trauma of ours. But we hope it leads to some revelations for us and maybe for you guys.
So where we left off, or when we started recording, was when we were getting into how people are made of layers, right? And I've said this in an episode before, but the weird part about is that most of those layers are not yours. A lot of your things are borrowed and loaned until you forget who the owner is, and then your body or you will kind of turn that into yourself. But then where problems arise is that you act as if it's yourself when it's not. Therefore, you kind of reject it.
Yeah, like it's even in simple habits. Like I'm the type of person that if I hang around you for long enough, I'm gonna start picking up your slang. Or wanna start picking up your mannerisms.
I don't like the word dog. I genuinely, in my mind, I don't like the word dog, but it's in every sentence of mine. And the reason it is because I talk to somebody who uses that word a lot, and I talk to them almost every day. So it is bound for some part of them to wrap up on me. And just because I'm the one saying it doesn't mean that it's mine. You know what I mean? And okay, that could be taken like, okay, word is a word, sure, fine.
But it's
right?
also like,
but then like think about it, that layer wasn't on me before this person was in my presence.
Yeah.
So
but it's still part of you, man. For me personally, I believe it's still a part of you, but it is not who you are.
That's why I feel like the confusion tends into that.
Yeah.
That's not no. As long as you respect the origin, it's okay. I could use music, for instance. When you sample a song to the point where you don't know the original,
does it become a whole new song?
No, it is a whole new song, since you're sampling it, ne? But when you know that this song is not, this song was this song, or this song is the way that it is, due to the fact that its origins isn't within itself. That is the beauty of the song.
And that is
and
the
once
beauty.
You take that, it's the beauty of people.
Once you
take that out of it,
it's the beauty of people. It's also the beauty of nature, guys. It's basically evolution.
Yeah, I could say that.
It's evolution, right? It's because it's basically evolution. That's what I believe. It's because, like, I feel like why a lot of things happen in a lot of people's lives is because, as cliche as it is, it's traumas within ourselves, within our souls. It doesn't even mean childhood, right? Because I feel like when I say trauma is not an event that happens, but the wound that is left behind.
So, as I was about to add on that, that most of the time, people act on traumas that aren't theirs. And before we even started recording, what triggered this whole conversation is what I said, that people are mirrors. Have you ever looked into a mirror just hard enough where you're like, did that move? You know what I mean? Like, damn, which side am I on? And I feel like if you are the mirror and you see another mirror and y'all look at each other enough for it to morph in, what are you supposed to do?
But then how do you pick out yours?
That's the messed up part.
Without becoming mine, if that makes sense.
Because, okay, this is another thing that me and Zile has just been talking about in general.
Individualism.
Yes. Yes, it is. And how messed up it is.
Guys.
Right? Because, guys, you live in this world alone, but you're not in it alone.
You were born alone. But the moment you left your mother's womb, you stopped
The moment
being
you
alone.
popped out of that coochie, aloneness should cease to exist in your mind.
Because there will always be another human being next to you.
It's not even next to you, ne? It's about...
Or in the world.
It's not even about that, ne? I feel like most things connect like veins and trees and rings. They sing synchronicity in everything. Right? At that point, you're still a zero, man. When you're in the womb, you're a zero. Right? But when you hop into the world, you're a one. Yes, there's zeros there. There's ones, there's zeros. But that make a sequence, that makes a code, that makes an order. Once you decide, jiggy, Mina, I'm 9. I'm going to do what I want to do.
No, but the thing is, no.
But that also, it's like, I'm not saying, okay, it's getting a bit confusing here. Because I'm not saying individualism shouldn't exist. But I'm just saying there needs to be a balance of it.
It's not about jiggy, you're turning me into a 9. I personally feel it's not about that, right? It's about, there's ones, there's zeros, there's ones, there's zeros. Then there's different orders in which these ones and zeros goes. Like in code, they're all unique, right?
Yeah.
But then individualism happens when mine is mine.
There's no zero, there's no one.
There's no one, there's no zero. They're just mine, you know? Where it's...
No, but I think when you're saying going back into order, where we as a quote-unquote society kind of messed up, right, was when people grasped onto this whole idea of individualism, is when you're saying that the code is unique, it's all over the place, is when somebody decided, I want all the ones on one side, I want all the zeros on one side. That was not meant to happen. Sure, we fought out of it to do whatever this. This is multiple cases of this, ne? Personally, I'm a black person, so I really don't need to get into that, ne? But it's more like, but now you're like, nah, man, I'm a zero. I ain't gonna let ones tell me what to do. I'm not gonna let zeros get what to do. And fuck this sequence, fuck this pattern. I'ma go. And since this whole uniqueness, that one thing may have completed the whole vision in itself. And without it, if we just go into our own little corners and say, fuck the sequence, there's no code, therefore there's no program. And then that's why, maybe I'm getting deep, but like,
no, but
meaning of life, why are we here? People are suicidal. I mean, like, it's crazy.
But it's true. The other day, I was seeing a TikTok video of a funeral, right? Of someone who had unfortunately committed. And dude, my heart broke. I was like, I've been there. I've had those thoughts, right? And it's like a thing of, I sat back and I thought to myself, like, I was like, why? Because recently I've been trying my best to live radically, like I'm here to.
Maybe this is gonna sound weirdness. I'm just thinking my thoughts out loud.
Okay.
But the thought of like you being alone, is it comes from the thought of you not being alone. Because the fact that you're alone is that these other people, and you just don't find a space within them.
Yeah, and it's not.
So you can only be alone since there are other people. There's no other way of being alone.
You can't be alone if there's no other people, or else you're just.
No, the thing is, nothing is something that goes into like philosophy.
Yeah.
Philosophy. That question is one of the things. There's many poets, man. There's many philosophers. There's many philosophies that are founded and discussed. But then that one question.
No, but
what is something or what is nothing?
No, but before
can't
we go,
be answered.
No, but before we go there,
because you can't question your own existence since you are existing, questioning that existence.
I understand that now, but before we go there, I want to go back on that note of the individualism about the people going into their own little corners, right? There was this conversation, and I've brought this up before. I love having conversations like these with my friends. There was this conversation that I had with my friend. They were on the podcast, Tuxedo, yes. And we had talked about how we are trying to heal wounds by ourselves that were not created
by yourself.
ourselves.
Okay, yes, I do love that, ne? And in that episode, guys, please definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the description, right? But I feel like in that episode, when she said that I was right, like, guys, you were not the one who pulled that trigger of that gun to create that wound. Kanti is like, it's very egotistical for you to think that you can go and fix that wound.
And it's not saying that you can't, because there's people out there who have had to.
No, yeah, I'm not saying you can't, right? But I'm saying the fact that it's not right.
It's, that too. Yeah, and it's like
no balance, man.
There's no balance, guys. There is no balance, right? Because people are afraid to live now.
Okay, no. I feel like I'm remembering what I said earlier, ne? The thing of where we kind of messed up with this whole thing is thinking that we know. We're talking about dating, I think. Right? And you're talking, I feel like, it's like, hey, people don't understand the meaning, the depths of things. You're missing out on that whole chase of getting to know and that whole the meaning of it, because the assumption has come into the story.
We were talking about foreplay and how people have kind of lost the lead up. Guys, people instant
and not flow back just in sex, man.
And not foreplay just in sex,
but in like relationships and anything.
In work, right? I used to think about work as this, and the foreplay of my goal.
I feel like no. Foreplay of the work could be like planning it,
dude,
thinking about it, visioning it, not actively putting the steps into it yet, but that foreplay of getting you ready, like oiling your tie,
dude.
Oiling your tires. See what is that? Oiling your wheels, oiling your something,
greasing your wheels,
greasing your something, greasing your elbows. Is that a saying?
It is, but it's like
no. The saying is elbow grease.
You used to hype yourself up like that, right? With good hype. And then as you get into it, you just keep, you go. But now it's a thing of that hard work is not as instant. Like, I feel like people have kind of lost that concept of time.
Convenience also fucked us up.
Yes.
Convenience in society has fucked us up. You know, when we were there with the potatoes, when we had to work for the mealie that we're eating, we had to make the grain for the flour, for the bread, for the sandwich that you are eating, instead of just going to the shop and getting the sandwich. We have lost so much in that process, ne? And you guys, thinking about it, they're always acting us Gen Z for like this, ne? Me, guys, I'm Gen Z. I'm still young, but I could see it that it started with our grandparents. Great grandparents, ne? And we were having this conversation with my granny. She's definitely going to be on the podcast, right? Where we say we need to do this episode that people have lost principle and morality.
My mom was saying the same thing, right?
And my mom, as if we don't share a mother.
Our mother.
Yes, it was in that conversation.
Yes, it was after that conversation.
Yeah.
And the conversation was how the principles of life have been lost through generation and generation, right?
No, but the principle, because those principles also got mixed up, and trauma, guys. And the thing is, when it comes to certain foundations and certain things, I feel like we abuse it. When it comes to too much of a good thing as a bad thing, I 100% agree in that fact.
And not just that. It that plays a fact into what I had said to her about, yes, the principles have changed because they had to adapt in order to survive. They had to adapt, because as much as the principles have changed, they still that hope, guys. They're still remembered. You can still look at the wrong thing and see it's not this.
I feel like the map really isn't the problem. It's just the fact that we've arrived at the destination and we're using the same map. I feel like it's time to sit down and discuss where we're going next from here. Where I feel like we're just chasing our own tail at this point. And I'm talking about like in everything.
And guys, do you know how frustrating it is to be able to speak these words and have these understandings,
but really can't do anything about it?
Not really can't do anything about it, right? Yeah. Because I'm really stepping out of that mindset.
That mindset that you're out of control.
That I'm out of control.
That you can actively do something.
Dude.
I feel like we're stuck in a dream that puts us in this perspective that Shit, man. I'm so sad. As if you are a character in a book that you're reading.
Guys.
And you're not the author.
Guys.
I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Like, I realized that my demeanor shows what I wanted to show. My thoughts, as much as I cannot control them,
your thoughts make your actions. It's just what you choose to do. That choice, I feel like, is also moved on because of like convenience. Convenience equals speed. Think about in the workforce. Think about in school. Think about everything. You don't have time to wait. You don't have time to take things into deep consideration.
You know what, my mom?
It's quick. It's so fast and quick in a hurry.
That's one thing our mother.
And I think, I 100%. And I see it not just in my friends, but in people. That guys, it's when they say it's really not that deep. It is. No, because if it's not that deep, what's the point? What are you doing with your life? You're wandering in jail to do what?
Listen. I feel like it's a balance. I feel like it's a balance of both, right? Because there's that radical living of is really not that deep and you do dumb decisions, right? But then there's also that radical living of you do the decision that feels right, as dumb as it looks.
No, but when it comes to looks, I was explaining to my younger sister now, or our younger sister, perspective. Guys, this is more like a video description, but it's kind of like, when you put your palms together and you look into it, you could only see what's inside there. What everything else is assumption and you're guessing. Yes, because that was the last reality that you checked and you have no reason to think that a reality has changed, right? But it's always important to like know and be aware of the fact that you are only seeing inside with your own two eyes. At that moment, you do not know what's going around you. It's assumption, ne? And we have spoken about assumption in all of this and how it's basically connected and everything, right? But guys, when you only look into like, as I said, closed palms, you're looking at, you don't know until you know. Until. So you need to open your hands and know that there's a lot more around you. But guys, that can be overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing is, right, you don't need to know.
Okay.
You don't need to know. I feel like,
let me tell you something. Let me just say it like this. When I'm saying in your palm, I'm saying perspective, got two eyes looking forward. You look into your palm, close hands, it's inside. Look, what do you see? It's just that. Now, when I say look into perspective, when you look around, you have to see in front of you, the cupboards, the doors, everything.
No, but
Zile, I'm not even taking into consideration behind me.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Above you.
I'm not
outside the house. No, but listen, there's a lot that you're ignoring, though.
No, but I'm not disagreeing with you, right? What I'm saying is, going that route, it takes effort in this world and time. In this time and space. In this world, it takes effort, and while doing it to survive, it's a lot. What I say, right? What I try to live by these days, right? When I say live radically, live in the moment. And this is a thing of me that I've carried since I was a kid, guys. Since as long as I can remember, since the born.
I think it must have a reason.
Since the born. No, I don't know why it has a reason. But for as long as I've known, live no regrets. Live no regrets. And
no facts. No, same with me. I was also instilled with that at a very young age. Ever since I could remember, it was like, guys, you see, that a question I've been asked it numerous times in my life.
Do you have any regrets?
No. Oh, like, what would you do? Like, what's something that you would go back and change? Nothing,
guys.
Because guys, it's so, I'm not gonna say it's dumb, but it's kind of stupid to go back and regret it, because it's kind of impossible.
No, like, even if it was possible, then what? Because now I'm in a whole brand new
world. No, that's what I'm saying. That's a different reality. That's not who you when people say that, it's because this is who I am right now today, But guys, that's like, actually, even the thoughts that you're having right now would be different. You as a human cannot comprehend that. I mean, like, you can try, sure.
But guys, I feel like that's one of the things that strangles us.
You know what I don't like about
shame?
Regret and shame, it's like a foreign concept in ways. And I like when you dig into it, there's no reason. It's kind of like a placebo effect.
No, but listen, I feel like regret is a placebo effect, yes. But what weighs the regret, what really carries the regret, is the accompanying emotions and feelings and memories. Because
regret as in like a goal not reached.
regret as in something you wish you didn't do.
Yes.
Or
No,
even
no,
a
no.
goal
I get
not
that.
reached.
When you regret something, that means that you were trying to do something and that's what you did was not that.
And most of the time, why people carry regret is because they have shame
within themselves who they are.
For that. Like, when I carry quote unquote regrets, right?
Or like, damn, I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah, damn, I wish I didn't do that. I carry those for about 6 months to a year.
That's so pretty,
max.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I carry those for about 6 months to a year at most, because they weigh heavy on the soul, guys. Those things. And when I hold on to these things, right, it's not because I regret doing the action, right? Because in the moment, this is something I learned from someone who was very special in my life once. But you made the best decision you could in the moment.
At that time, that's the best that you could do, and you have to be proud of yourself for that.
And you have to be proud of yourself, and you have to thank yourself, and you have to be kind to yourself. Like, you did the best you could
at that time.
Right?
Yes, you could have done better right now, but you have to take into consideration you had to fuck up at that point to know that it was the wrong thing to do. You had to experience it in order to get to the place that you are right now. And I feel like appreciating that and taking that into consideration is definitely important. I feel like I'm talking very fast.
Somewhat. But that is something that I carried with me, and I carry with me still, right? So when I carry my regrets and stuff like that, it's because I've got shame for not reaching this goal that I set up for myself, or I've got shame or failure attached to it, and I feel like I deserve to feel
that weight. Like, you know, when you win a prize, you get something, you have to receive something like a prize. So when you don't do it, you're also gonna receive something which is like a punishment of sorts. Man, it's effed up. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm like, why?
I feel like it's the give and take thing, and it got confused. Life is an exchange, life is a give and take, right? But I feel like the process of it all got confused within it all, right? And there are certain things that we pick up within the world, right? And they stick with us. Yeah. So one of my insecurities is failing in taking care of someone. And a lot of the time, they don't need my care.
Can you take care of yourself?
Can I even take care of myself? I'm 17. And I'm not 17, I'm 18. But yeah. I'm
so still... you wanna go? I feel like, okay, maybe this is a bit weird. So you wanna go try, you feel like you haven't achieved what you wanted to do when you go and try to lift somebody else's weight. Do you feel like somebody...
No, but it's like...
has not lifted yours?
It's like, what weight though? Because
no, wait. But as a person, you just carry stuff.
No, but that's the thing.
Okay.
For a good chunk of my life, I think maybe it's the person I was, maybe from birth, maybe somewhere it switched up, right? But I subconsciously and sometimes consciously like to take other people's weight. And as human beings, we give.
Do you feel empty? Is that why you're trying to feel something?
I don't know. I feel emotions, but I don't know how to feel.
So you want to put yourself in that situation to see what you would do?
Oh. That's what I do. Like, that's how I collect information, in a sense. That's why I like reading. That's why I don't like dramatic movies. Because they're emotionally fucking draining. Because I become so attached
to the person,
to the story, to the emotions, to the life, because I'm one of those people that believes that you've spoken it into reality. It is a reality. Just for them, it's something
for the mere fact that you... I think once we think it is.
Once you've created this.
Yeah.
So
in some way, shape or form. And even if it's just a reality in your head, you still created that in a whole.
And that's why I connect with movies, and when I connect deep,
yeah.
you know, and that's why I cry and I sob at movies. But in real life, I look at these things and they confuse me.
Is it maybe because it's not like a movie?
Maybe no, it's not like that. No, because I can very much tell the difference.
The difference,
like what's a movie and what's reality. I'm not.
I mean, okay, but then after that, like with a movie, with a movie, you watch it and you just move on with it, right? Nah, you connect to it. That's what you say, nah. But like just in perspective, you watch a movie, you disconnect, you move on with your life. That's not true. That's like, you could say an extension of yourself, or you could say just like a character or something, nah. But in life, it is, and you just have to deal with it. Like, what are you supposed to do with that shit?
That's the,
No, I mean, like, honestly, you have it, and then what? You must run, drop it, drop, sink, swim,
guys,
duck, shoot. I don't know, dog.
No, but for the longest of times, guys, I labeled myself as a worker bee.
Were you not? Why are you saying that? But then, did you? You labeled yourself, therefore you were, because you said that you're gonna speak things in, that you speak things into reality.
You speak things into reality.
You know when you say I'm tired, next thing you're tired.
No, but the thing is, right? Yeah. It's also about things out of your control. Eldest child, big family.
Yeah.
There's certain responsibilities, and I feel like for some of them, I was ill prepared.
Oh, you weren't ready?
I wasn't ready. And there wasn't really anyone I felt like I could look to and ask on
what's going on.
How the fuck do I do this? And I had to figure it out. And within figuring it out, you kind of have to take a step back, guys.
Yeah, and just whoa.
And
take some time to calculate your next move.
And take some time to now calculate. Like a lot of the time, right? Because I was the eldest. And because, not even as the eldest, as a girl child who matured into puberty fast.
Yeah.
I had to learn very quickly how to deal with snakes. Guys, I'd be going shopping. And I have to watch out for, who's gonna check, who I must avoid in the store.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Who's gonna try and slide.
I know, man.
And those things open your eyes to certain things in the world.
Like perspective, man. That man. It's kind of effed up, man. In the whole wide perspective of things, man. Because when you take into consider that Earth is a whole bloody planet, you know what I mean? How many of us are there on here? 6 billion. No, you know what I say all the time? I always say people are caught up in their own lives. I know, like, also because I am, ne? It's kind of like a web. Have you ever been stuck in a web? But you're the web, like, but then there's other things inside. You need to get out.
Even when you get out, it's loud.
Yeah, man, there's a lot going on outside. I'm not gonna lie.
It's loud.
No, a lot is going on. Stay indoors. It's peaceful, man. Stay indoors. Stay in the house.
No, but you can't stay in the house all the time.
Yeah, but like, okay, earlier we said that Chiki, you still need to take into consideration that you're human, you're not alone. Synchronicity, you need to take people into consideration.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
sharp,
you don't have to stay in the
your
house.
people are not fun, dog.
No, I feel like
you see how I'm saying, dog.
People, a lot of people aren't fun.
Yeah,
a lot of people aren't fun. For the longest times, I thought it was me.
You thought you were the problem?
I thought I was the problem.
Never.
No, I really did.
No, like okay, early on, ne. But I feel like early on kind of not fucked me up, prepared me, but for later on.
Wait, do not fuck me up. And guys, my bullying, it was 2 years.
Too much.
2 years that, guys, it's only in my teenagehood, like when I was 15, 16, where it really clicked for me.
Guys, a lot was happening.
How much them bitches fucked my mind up.
What did they do to you?
They attacked me at vulnerable stages.
Yeah, when you're like not okay. And at that point there was a lot going on in our lives, ne?
Ma was in the hospital.
Yeah.
We had just had a sister. There was like
there was kids. There was just a lot going on, ne?
We had freshly moved or some shit like that. There was shit happening. And then the bullying started, and for the longest time, the first time it started, I thought it was normal.
But how? Because that thing wasn't happening at home.
I don't know. I genuinely think mental manipulation.
Did they tell you, man, you're tripping? Like they gaslit you?
I think so.
Yeah, because at that point, that's the only way.
No, I think
if they
so.
look at you and they're like,
no, I think
something's
so.
not right.
No, listen, because first, it was our first day at the school, right?
Yeah,
Right? First year at the school.
About a name drop, imagine.
Let's not name drop.
Yeah.
It's fine. First year at the school, and I made friends with those one girl, small little plum. Right? But she's got like, that snappy personality. But I liked her. She liked me.
Yeah.
Fine, we were friends. She introduces me to these cool kids of the school. But
yeah,
I see, Mina, I take a step back. I see she's trying to get into their three little posse.
Yeah.
Right?
Like a little gang.
Like a little gang, right?
Yeah.
But
you're not gonna disrupt.
After that, right? I was like, okay, bet, let me keep quiet. And then they took a liking to me, right?
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that they took a liking to me because Ma at the time was the tuck shop lady, right? As well. And because I was just a nice person, guys. At that time, eldest child, I'm a giving sweet child.
So you're basically spoiling them.
Basically.
Sharp.
Basically, right? And then something happened, cheek. This little plum tries to backstab me.
Okay, how?
I think she snitched on me for some shit to the teacher. But the other one saved me. Or some shit like that.
I think that's why you're getting gaslit, because some of them were protecting you and then
they switched up.
Opposite. Dude. I mean, like, this energy is
I'm gonna tell you about the second school, but it's fine. Right, but you know the second school.
Yeah.
I'm still pressed about that second school, low key, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, guys. Currently, it is 3 a.m. Oh, 1 past 3. So, I'm gonna go say good night. I'm tired, ne? We're spilling things, we're spilling in dabas, we're talking things.
But you'll get the tea.
Period. But we definitely want to hear your thoughts on whatever we're speaking. Because as we said, this is just a late night conversation with two sisters. Sounds a bit like BS. Let me translate bullshit, ne? But I'm sorry. But ne? You just let us know. Thank you. Well, bye. Mwah.